Hi everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. We've got the whiteboard, we'll run you through in just a second. But St George's Day tomorrow, another excuse for the Geordies to go and do Liverpool and get pissed. You know, we don't really celebrate St George's Day in this country. We more tend to celebrate St Paddy's Day, don't we? But, you know, St George's Day, Sunderland being relegated to an away day. Any excuse to go and do and get pissed and sing my little hearts out. We'll be there in Liverpool for about, what, 5:30 I reckon. We're having a quick pit stop in Manchester for a little bit, and then we'll come down to the city centre. So if you're there, give us a shout as well. Going to be loads of vlogs on driving down, when we're at the game, coming back, and things like that, you know, as we would expect from a fan channel. Right, but if you are going to be putting a bet on, there's a nice little odds here. Have a look at this. This is in partnership with our partners, BetSafe. Everton win of 5-4. A draw is 23-10. Newcastle 5-2. That's pretty decent on any scoreline. Win if you win the game. And remember, BetSafe, if you put a tenner down, they'll double your deposit, and it goes up to 30 quid. So you'll have more money to play with. So if you are putting a bet on and you want some extra cash, use BetSafe as your source because you get that double deposit. But remember to gamble responsibly. Right, let's get on with the tune. Links in the description for that, by the way. Let's get on with the tune. Now the question is, do you change it? That's the first thing. Do you start with Gale? Do you go with Slimani? And I can see from both sets of points of view from each fan. Because of Slimani, you're bringing Slimani in from loan. He's made an impact the last 2 games. Now, does Rafa see him as an impact player coming off the bench and changing the game? Because effectively that's what he has done. Or do you now start Slimani, see what he can do for the rest of the season? Because there's no point in having him on the bench. Because if you are going to look for a striker in the summer, we think we'll sell Mitrovic. Do you go and buy Slimani, but you don't know what you're going to be getting if he's not starting? So do you start him? Or do you go with Dwight Gale? Because yes, Dwight Gale is not scoring goals, but what he is doing is he's stretching the defence constantly, which allows the likes of Kennedy, Perez and Richie. You've even seen Shelby get on the edge of the box with his winner against Leicester. So do you take that away and go for someone who wants to, you know, brute force, more or less? That's what Slimani is, let's be honest. And he wants service. And we kind of don't play that way because we've seen the likes of Mitrovic suffer, Hoslu suffered in this system. I just don't think that the system suits a big man. But on the other side, I think Slimani has a little bit more difference to what the other two I've just mentioned have. Slimani can turn and move, and he's got a little bit of pace about him as well, which others haven't. So it's an interesting one. For me, I would go with Gale once more because I don't see the point in changing a winning side. And if you look at this lineup, if I get out the way for you, I would probably say, and I've said this already this week, that 9 of them are playing at their peak this season. The only 2 probably aren't are probably saying Yedlin and Gale. It's not that they're not playing poorly, it's just the others are in their top end performances and they've come good at the end of the season. You know, if you look at Paul Dummett since Christmas, Lejeune and Lascelles has struck this great partnership. Dubravka, since he's came in, has been brilliant. That leadership, that calmness, that reassurance that he gives all of the defence. Diarme, since Christmas, has been absolutely brilliant in that new role, that defensive midfield role. Shelby's picked up his game these last 4 months. For me, he's got to be in that England side. He's got to go. He's much better than some of the centre midfielders in there. Perez is now scoring goals because of Gale's movement. That's allowed Perez to now he's starting to get in the box. Kennedy's, since he's come in, has been mint. And Matt Ritchie's form's picked up. You know, he scored 3 home goals from the last 6 home appearances. So there's loads there that are now at the top end, the peak on form. And I think you go into this game and you think, we are relaxed as fans, but there's no shadow of doubt that Rafa not wanting these to be relaxed. We want to go in 8th place. I got mad that was saying that we could finish 8th realistically because we're only a couple of points behind Leicester. And you know, we'll play Everton or 1 place above us with 1 point, and we've got that game in hand. I know it's Tottenham, which is a difficult task in itself, but it's mad how a season can change, and credit Rafa Benitez. For me, I wouldn't change anything. Would you though? Let's get over to Everton. Right, this is what I think Everton are going to go with. I think it'll be Pickford. He's going to get a few boos and laughed at from us, of course, when we're there. Coleman, Jagielka, Keane, Baines, Gay, Schneiderlin, Walcott, Rooney, Palazzi and Czech Tushan, Baz's favourite man. So that's what I think Everton will go with. And then I think you've got to come straight here, having your way in Rooney. I think, you know, if you stop Rooney, he loves a goal against with 15, 16 goals throughout his career, which is mint. And I think, as I've said it before, I think it's important that you look at probably Diarme when we don't have the ball to be on Wayne Rooney a lot. As I said earlier on, I think Rooney will be more on Shelby when we don't have the ball, because they're in a similar kind of position. They're both playmakers, they both dictate, they both can pass, they both got a great shot in them. I think it's quite similar. I think, you know, we're going to have to watch out for these two, because he's tricks and flicks. He's actually cousin of Lamar Alawalawa, who used to play for Newcastle. So he'll be going up and down. He's got tricks and flicks. I think Yedlin's going to be in for a tough afternoon. I think Richie will be helping him on that side. On the other flank, Walcott, we know he's a goal scorer. We know that he can play up front and up top as well. So Paul Dummett's I think Paul Dummett will look after him okay. I think it's whether Kennedy can then, you know, help out and keep it that. You might say Kennedy substitute later on for Jacob Murphy because of his tiredness, tracking back, because we know that there's no Christian Atsu for this game. Gay will obviously be in Schneiderlin, will be trying to stop the likes of Iosi Perez, and I think Perez will be also off the ball trying to stop them from, you know, moving up the field with the passes as well. I am expecting Everton to attack us there, the home side. They've got great form with Goodison. We'll be playing on the counter, but I don't think it'll be counter sitting so far deep like we have been earlier on the season. I think we will attack them. I think we will have chances. Everton haven't been great at the back. You know, they've conceded a lot of goals. I know Sam Allardyce has consolidated them for quite a while now. He come in, had that great bounce, and they've been steady just above mid-table. And, you know, I think we can target Leighton Baines. I don't think he has the legs. You know, if we can get down that right flank and test him with the likes of Yedlin bombing on, and Richie, I think that's one area. Look, they've got talent. They've got loads of talent. And for me, Everton should not be sitting in 9th position. We could overtake them. So effectively, come Monday night, they could be sitting in 10th. They should be a lot higher. I don't think they're in the top 4. I don't think they're quite ready yet. But I think that side, and remember, they don't have Sigurdsson in this side as either. I know he hasn't been the same player since he's gone there, but I would probably say Arsenal. They're just behind Arsenal at the moment. I think that's where Everton fall into, and there should be a few places higher. There should be where Burnley are. Let's be honest here. They should be having an extra 10 points on their board this season. But you know, Koeman was sacked. Allardyce came in. He's not well liked by Newcastle fans either. So you know, we've got Pickford and we've got Sam Allardyce to pick on Monday night. It should be good atmosphere. I'm going to go 1-1 draw. Look, they've got loads of talent. I think we'll concede, but I'm going to go 1 more. Let me know what you think as well. And if you are putting a bet on, please remember to bet responsibly. See you later. Bye-bye.
And just before we finish up, massive congratulations to Manchester City on winning the Premier League. A couple of weeks ago, we were asked the question on BT Sport, who was the best side that you have seen in the Premier League era? Let's have a look at what I've said and what the fans have said as well.
Where do Manchester City sit, though, in terms of the best teams we've ever seen in the Premier League? We'll get the thoughts of these three in just a second, but first, here's what you think.
Absolutely no chance that Man City have a better side than invincible Arsenal. That Arsenal side, when they didn't lose any single game, was absolutely unstoppable.
However, in 1999, Manchester United were up against probably Arsene Wenger's greatest ever side with Vieira and Keown and Bergkamp, but we had Keane and Scholes and Giggs, Schmeichel, and it was a phenomenal team. And not only did they win the Premier League, they also won the Champions League and the FA Cup as well.
What Chelsea achieved in 04-05 seems to be being overlooked, and they're being compared to that, which for me is really early days. Chelsea won the league with a record 95 points, breaking loads of other records along the way, and we took the league in a really hard time. You had Fergie's Manchester United, you had the Invincibles who had won it the previous year. This year, we've given it to City, haven't we?
We went on an 18-game consecutive wins in there. We've got 18 goals to get the most goals ever scored in the Premier League. I'm just looking at it. Other teams have got history. We're making history.